Hello. So I finished listening to Halle Bailey's new album and I wanted to do a quick little review because I loved it. And let me tell you my favorite songs. My favorite songs were Brave Face, Step On, Putting My Foundation On. You could do like a very like cute, sexy like Christina Aguilera remix of that. Alone with Mariah the Scientist. I love Mariah the Scientist's album too. So I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Then Know About Me. What you know about me? Love that song. His Type, I thought that was really, really good too. Okay, let me tell you something, Halle, in case you're listening. You need to also release the recording versions of Because I Love You and Know About Me that you like showed us on Instagram Live, because the way you recorded it when you showed us on Instagram Live, like that version, I also really, really love. And I want to hear that version. I don't know if that's the unmastered version, if maybe there's less layers, there's less it's more raw, but I personally love like songs that sound a little less polished and have a little more like, grit to them. And I loved those versions. So if you could give a little, extra to the girls, maybe on a deluxe version, that would be very great. But yeah, I love the album. I thought it was beautiful. I think her voice is amazing as usual. And beyond the album itself, what I actually want to come here and say is that I think it's so fabulous and so important that Halle was able to get this music out. And the album is not particularly about her, she talks about her relationship a little bit, but we don't know what's about what. We're not her close friends or family, but I think it's important that survivors of any type of abuse are able to share more of their life, able to express themselves, especially as artists. Like when you go through trauma, sometimes you can have creativity blocks. And it can be really hard to put yourself back out there, especially she's a young woman. She's only 25. She's my age. She's only 25. She had a baby very young. Like she's gone through a lot at a very young age. And, we are just now getting this developed. The frontal lobe is just now starting to come into its form. So I feel like so proud of her and the way that she's been able to continue to push on in her career and express herself without shame. And what I love about this album is that it's not like a survivor album in the sense that, she's not trying to be the perfect victim. She's not over intellectualizing her experience. She's not making everything about her trauma. She's still sexy. She's still a hot girl, cute girl. She's still seducing the men, and she's also still angry, calling people out. She's still a lover girl. She's a multifaceted, whole human being. And I think that's such an important step in the movement for survivors and making sure that we can reintegrate back into the world in a way that we still get to be our whole selves. We don't have to be the picture of life after trauma. I really love that she was able to tell stories in her life and it didn't have to be about that man. I just really, really appreciate that. And so I'm very, very happy. And just as another young woman, as another Black woman, I'm very happy to see her succeeding and to see her creating and knowing that she gets to do it in this kind of way that feels more peaceful, feels less pressure filled, feels less like she's having to be molded into a specific form. And I will say, I don't know if this is true, but I will say I feel like the amount of creative freedom Chloe and Halle have, I think speaks to them being on Beyonce's label. I feel like what's happened to Normani, which I think is an absolute travesty. I listened to Normani's album. There's a few songs on there that I really, really, really love. I feel like the way her album was received and like the lack of movement in her career post-release is so crazy, and I really blame her. I blame her label, because I just don't think there's any reason for her to be existing in that way. And I know that has nothing to do with Halle, but I'm connecting them because I feel like despite the amount of trauma, opposition, pushback Halle and Chloe have both had in their career in the media from men, really, I feel like it's been men just talking that shit. I feel like they've still been able to maintain a level of mobility, access, creativity, and freedom. And I feel like that comes from being under the label of a woman like Beyonce, who knows what it's like to be micromanaged, critiqued heavily in their career, and wanted to provide a space for women to evolve and figure it out. They don't have to be cookie cutter perfect. It's not we're withholding you until you get this, and right. This, and right. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I think. And so even though people are like, why isn't Beyonce? And they should be, I feel like Beyonce's letting them be, letting them grow, letting them evolve, and that's beautiful. Because how often do we get to see that, especially in this day and age for artists where it's like you have 15 minutes. Do you know you have 30 minutes? Like literally. So I'm very, very happy with this. I think that for a first album, it's really great to hear her sound. She clearly likes like alternative, rocky. Sometimes I feel like she's a little bit of like a folky kind of girl, still R&B. I really love her style. I love her voice and the way she uses it. And I really enjoyed this album. I'm gonna be listening to a couple of the songs, Viek. And yeah, I'm just very proud of the girls. I'm proud of the girls. Everybody's releasing music. I'm so excited for Summer Walker's album to come out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm a major Summer Walker girl because Summer Walker, her writing, not just her writing, it's her melodies. It's her melodies. Her melodies are incredible. Her writing, she's a great storyteller, but it's her melodies and the way she uses her voice. She really knows how to be a storyteller with music in the way she sings and the melodies she chooses. She's super, super talented. So I'm excited for her album to come out. Ray's doing her thing on the dance floor. I love Ray. I'm really loving Olivia Dean. Who else has just put music out or is putting music out? There's more. Mariah the Scientist, Kehlani, obviously Kehlani. I've been on Kehlani. I'm loving Kehlani. KWN, K1. There's so many people that are out right now. I just started really listening to Dua Lipa's album. What's it called? From last year or the year before. I love that album. I don't understand. I just missed the boat. I was distracted. I was probably doing something else. I was probably in another world of another album, but I love that album. The girls are living. Then for the boys, Chance the Rapper's album recently is amazing. His album is so good. It's so good. There's no skips. So there's that album that's really good right now. And besides that, I don't really keep up with the boys. I don't know what's going on with them. But it's been great. So I'm very happy for Halle. Yay, yay, women, yay, yay, moms, life after babies, which we've been seeing like revolutionize right now in the music industry. Life after babies is like, it's a whole thing with Cardi. I mean, Cardi's pregnant, but like she's had a bunch of children and she's still around. Summer, what's her name? Halle. Who else? I'm sure there's more people with babies. The other person whose album I need to listen to is Doja Cat. I haven't listened to her album yet. Oh, Tyla. Oh, not that she doesn't have babies, but she's killing the game. Love me and put me in Chanel. Say love me and put me in Chanel. Put me in Chanel. I love that song. I love Tyla. So yeah, the girls are just living and I'm really, really happy. I love to see the girls happy. So go women, feminism.